Hey, what's going on, good people? Good people. We're back for another amazing show. This is the Copil Wisdom Show. We're gonna be talking about, who Valentine's Day is for. I know you want to know. Brother Gus he's already has pegged it as a rhetorical question, but we're going to get into the specifics uh, of today's topic, and we're gonna talk more about that. We're gonna also highlight some other things that's going on in the world. Maybe put in some of that, But the cards, the bears, and the balloons, and the whole tradition of Valentine's Day, consumer payday for retailers everywhere in the U.S. So stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Going to run that good old B roll, and we got some new things we're going to highlight too when we return on the other side. Hey, what's up, people? Welcome to the God Peel Wisdom Show on the Transform You Media Network. This is the only show where you can try His wisdom. Make sure you check us out by visiting Instagram at God Peel Wisdom. That's God Peel Wisdom on IG. Enjoy the show. Hey, what's up, people? Welcome to the God Peel Wisdom Show. All right, we are back. Hey, so right away, we want to give you guys something new that is available, that you can that you can participate throughout the stream if you liking what you're hearing. Of course, you can do the free thing. The free thing is to like, comment, subscribe, and share this around to someone you know, someone you don't know. But the brand new thing, you can this left hand corner here, it has donate, where we take like whatever you donate, to this code over here, this QR code over here. We gonna take about like 20% of those proceeds and pick a charity each week to donate to, and then right here is just for us. Buy us a coffee. So man, I'm a coffee drinker, Augustus. I know you like tea, so Augustus probably buy him some tea or something. So but me, I love coffee. I do coffee once a day, and I did not get my coffee today. So if you want to hit the QR code and hit me with a coffee, hit Augustus with a tea or something, it's right there. That'll take you to like how you can do that and be a part of that. So from time to time, bring that back up during the stream if you are listening via our podcast. We'll have that in the episode description. Both of those links on how you can donate to help us support some of the nonprofit charities we're gonna be picking out each week to sponsor, and of course, buying us some coffee, man. We need some coffee and some tea. So
well,
let's
well, I'd ha-
yeah, go ahead,
oh
brother.
yeah. I'd have you know, brother. I'm not drinking coffee. I don't drink coffee. I drink espresso, and that's what I'm drinking right now.
Oh yeah, Augustus is a little fancy. He's a little fancy. He said espresso.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Man,
Okay. So there you go. There you have it. It's right there for you. You'll see it again in the stream. And of course, if you're listening, you'll catch it there. So man, Valentine's Day, every year we come around to this time of the year. Um, I think this year earlier they had the Valentine's Day stuff out around right after Christmas. They didn't waste no time.
man. Yeah, they know what they're doing, and they
Hmm.
know the money that pours into relationships and the money to be made off of relationships. Um, there's so many facets and really levels to how money comes in based on the relationships in this country. And I mean, man, this is really a playground here. It's a playground, you know, with this topic, because it's like, where do you start? Marriages have a bad I won't say bad rap, but the marriages are suffering in this country because divorces make more money than couples that stay together,
Yeah.
and the actual couples aren't the ones making the money. No, the government's the one that's making the money off of the divorces.
Hmm.
Um, if they could have most of the couples in this country divorcing than getting married again, then hey, there's more money being poured into weddings because who's gonna bring more money into a society than someone that's getting married every 5 years? See, so there's that, and there's the fact that the romance is so big in this country. Love isn't really a matter in this country. It's all romance, it's all eroticism. And Valentine's Day is a holiday that's set aside specifically for eroticism. It's not about love, it never was. So the money that comes from that, I mean, whether it's the chick flicks, whether it's the cards, whether it's the dinners, whether it's the balloons, the gifts, whatever, there's so much money being poured into this holiday alone that that's just one side of it. Then you have the
Yeah.
pagan spiritual side of it, which we're not
Hmm.
going to get into just yet. But
Yeah.
there's so many ways to flip this. It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, it's a ritual, man. It's a ritual every year, and when we talk about split ups, too, and a lot of this time of the year, the split ups happen right after the Valentine's Day. You ever notice that?
Mm,
The most split ups happen right after Valentine's Day. And so we always like to bring some celebrity news into what we're talking about. We got here Machine Gun Kelly and
oh,
Megan Fox. Okay, so being split up, they decided to spend Valentine's Day together. So according to an article, this article here, the celebrity news article, it says Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox were spotted hanging out there on Valentine's Day over the weekend. They had some makeup, Pound Town. The 32-year-old and the 36-year-old star were photographed sitting next to each other in the car, and the couple appeared to be trying to make the relationship work less than 24 hours ago when they were leaving a counseling specialist's office, which is more money spent.
yeah,
Rumors began to swirl about the relationship status after Fox deleted all the photos. Blah 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 blah. Okay, but man, it just goes back to say, brother, and I wanted to bring that story in there, is because like a lot of people are being kind of just cradle rocked into thinking that like, oh man, if I'm alone on Valentine's Day, if I don't try to make it work by Valentine's Day, and I have let myself down, the person I'm with down, and what are people going to think? So you see this young couple who's just fell into that trap, and then they're spending money on counselor sessions that's not even going to help them. If it's over, it's over.
yeah, yeah, big time. And it's cuffing season is definitely over.
Yeah,
You
cuffing
know,
season over, brother.
yeah, and this is definitely marked the beginning of the next phase that we see in the relationship seasons, and that's spring break.
Yep.
So
Spring break. You
yeah,
know what
so
goes on spring break?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and people trying to get back together just for Valentine's Day, which we already know isn't gonna last because spring is right around the corner. So yeah, it wasn't supposed to last.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to last at all. And if you just trying to push a relationship just to be able to like celebrate a holiday, you don't know nothing about love anyways. You don't know nothing about a relationship.
Yeah,
You just falling into this. whole commercialized idea of what a relationship's supposed to look. You following the Joneses, you're following with the trends, and it's a terrible terrible thing, and it's very simpish.
Yeah.
If I may, it's very simpish, man, and like any person, any woman that I'm going to be dating, and and it's going to be, and she's disappointed about Valentine's Day. Okay, well, she wasn't my woman in the first place. So here's something else, brother. I want you to take a look at, and I want everybody else to take a look at. Um, According to NPR, two 20,000 roses, inflation and night terrors, the life of a florist on Valentine's Day. So these roses, it's the biggest single day of the year for $8 billion global flower industry. That's what I really wanted to highlight. $8 billion,
Mm.
brother,
Wow.
and they're on this day.
Wow.
They banking on this day alone. And then right here, right up front, the classic 12 roses arranged in a circular vase. Um, they going for around $135 now. If you want like something real good, $135.
Mm.
So they they are up these roses. A dozen roses are going to set you back. They're not cheap this year. When you especially when you buy them on the day of Valentine's Day, they bank at around $135, and then that ranks out to about $10 a rose. Something that's going to
Mm.
die anyways.
Man. Yeah, that's clearly worship to the ancient goddesses. That's clearly venerating those ancient goddesses. It's just pagan worship. When to spend M's is one thing, but to spend B's,
Yeah.
how much money was it?
Um, $8 billion industry.
Yeah, yeah, that's worship. That's a organization on behalf of a nation coming together to venerate worship to a or to emulate worship to a certain god or goddess, and that's all that comes down to. See, so everyone that's buying those roses, whether they realize it or not, they're taking part of that worship, whether it's ignorantly or knowingly. They're all partaking in that worship to those ancient goddesses. Um, is I mean, that's what it is.
But what I find fascinating is it's like you know a lot of people just don't even care about the prices. It's like they're not like they get so wrapped up and they get
Mhm.
so zombied out. They're not even checking the prices. They just like, I gotta go buy the roses. I gotta buy the roses.
Yeah.
They suffer from anxiety, all type of stuff, trying to find these roses, man.
Yeah, and
Like going
that's the
broke.
man, and that's a sad part about it. It's not. There's no benefit to the person that's being hypnotized.
Nah.
There's, there's no benefit to it. There is being within the system, being a slave in the system. There's no freedom. There's no benefit. When people ignorantly go out and do these things, they don't realize that they're a slave to some kind of system. They don't realize it.
Yeah,
So there's no happiness coming from it.
and for a lot of these men, it's their first time buying roses. Um, I feel like you know, you should be taking the opportunity to do this throughout the year. And there's other flowers out there besides roses.
Yeah.
You get cradle rock to think that roses is the end all be all. and
Yeah.
and then you pass by like the flowers that's on discount that look just as good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you if, I mean, if you're gonna simp, you might as well simp on a discount.
Yeah. Discount simping.
Discount simping, yeah. Uh,
Man,
uh,
it's ugly out here.
okay, here we got another one, another article from CNN Business. Says feeling ripped off on Valentine's Day. Popular chocolate boxes look big but have more plastic than ever.
Oh man.
Oh man, they getting y'all. They getting y'all. Okay, so these boxes, you used to be able to find these boxes around $8, maybe even
Yeah.
$5. And they used to be loaded with candy. But now,
Yeah.
if you see them, they they got them like designed this way so they can count pieces and they put in there. So they come in around like $12 now at Walgreens or CVS, Walmart, and Target, and so they misleading people, making the boxes big, but like you can look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Wow.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It ain't even
Oh
12 pieces of
man.
candy.
Oh man.
Uh,
That is crazy.
11 pieces of candy. So you paying $12, but you can't even get a dollar of candy.
Man,
You paying over a dollar of candy.
that's crazy.
You know.
Well,
Okay,
I
and
guess it's
so
the thought that counts.
it is illegal under federal law. This is called sack bill. This is a illegal
Mm,
tactic that's not under federal law, and nobody's complaining.
mm,
People too busy trying to hurt and buy, not and not paying attention, because they being stupid,
yeah,
and but these companies are getting away, with murder
yeah,
and make a killing.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
And here's another comparison. It doesn't even fill up half of the box.
That's crazy. Wow.
And most of these times, most of the time they don't even eat all the candy. Some of the candy is
Yeah.
disgusting.
Man, my goodness. Yeah,
But it does say here.
it, mhm.
Yes, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's the Matrix. It's a part of that system. You know.
Yeah, but it does say here though that DA's one DA did go after to settle a case for one of these companies to make them a fine of $750
Mm-hmm.
without having to admit any wrongdoings.
Mm,
So he's still getting away with it.
yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
just pay $750,000. That's not even touching what they making.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's not even a percentage.
Mm, that's crazy.
Yeah, brother.
Man.
This is uh, yeah. So the as we as we look around, man, and then for those who watching, thank you for joining us, and don't forget you can support this stream and support this broadcast by buying us a coffee. There's a QR code right there. QR code right there. We are talking about who was Valentine's Day for, and we find it out very quick. Find it out very quick. Um, Brother, can you recall a time where you know where we have seen just just an increase in I mean, this has been a lot more man kind of waking up now. Do you think a lot of
Mm.
men, a lot of men are going to still follow in this trend nowadays? And do you think a lot of women that have woken to, you know, kind of like what this tradition leads to, you think they're going to kind of walk away from this, or is this going to be a continuous thing, like every year?
Well, Valentine's Day, it is dying on a relationship aspect, because yeah, a lot of brothers are waking up, and even to some of the betas, I won't say the betas are waking up, but they're just tired, you know. At least when it comes to Valentine's Day, at least when it comes to relationships, the relationship aspect of Valentine's Day. Um, and that's in proof of that, pure proof of that is how Galentine's Day is blowing up. So Galentine's Day is up, but Valentine's Day is down
Hmm.
because for those that don't know, Galentine's Day is uh, a substitute to Valentine's Day that women have came up with so that they could be single together and kind of just come together and be a part of the I don't need no man movement. So that's Galentine's Day. Um, so for that reason alone, we could see that a lot of the brothers are waking up on uh, just the delusion of Valentine's Day. Now that's one side. But another reason why Valentine's Day, or one reason why Valentine's Day won't die and it is actually up still, is because eroticism is at an all-time high. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when you get down to it, that's all Valentine's Day has ever been about. We all know the most venerated god uh, in Valentine's Day, that's Eros or Cupid. And that's the god of eroticism, the god of just of lust, really. And that's the time to be romantic,
Mhm.
to be Roman. See, and that's when all of the pagan stuff is unleashed, is on that day specifically to venerate Eros through eroticism. So it was never about love. It was never about relationships. It was never about mommy and daddy coming together. No, it was always about eroticism. It was always about the most grotesque acts of lust happening to get more power distributed from the god Eros. See,
Man, that's that's tough, man. So we got some more of this uh, around around the world here. We got a clip, and we like to, we got a reaction video clip. As I get this up, and again, thank you guys for joining us on the God Pure Wisdom Show. So we got a clip here that I'm going to share here. Let me pull it up. All right. So we got this. Um, let you guys watch this. Uh, so a chick says a guy has to spend a minimum of 30,000 to 40,000 wedding ring for her. Okay, here we go.
Ah, the city,
All right,
a
hold on.
vibrant, bustling ecosystem.
What's the lowest amount of money a guy should spend a wedding ring for you?
Oh, it should be like for sure 30, 40K.
Yeah.
We have standards here.
Yeah, that's the standard. Would you have been a little upset if it was 10K?
Yeah, probably.
Oh my goodness.
yeah, yeah, that's pretty romantic.
Yeah, that's 30,000 is man. You know, my BMW that I used to own cost about 35. So I'm like, and I don't even got that no more. So imagine spending that into a ring.
Man, I'm telling you.
Like, and so like, Where do you think all of this entitlement is coming from, brother?
It's this infatuation with eroticism, this infatuation with romance. Uh, the biggest mistake man has ever made in this country is by is becoming romantic. Biggest mistake, because the difference between the Romans and us is that the Romans knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah,
It was a part of their culture, and by it being a part of their culture, there was order to it. They knew the facets to it. They knew the trade-offs. They knew the weakness of eroticism. They knew it. It didn't stop them from doing it, but at least they understood where to draw the line. Whereas in this country, you have a lot of men trying to become romantic, and they have absolutely no idea of the trade-off uh, uh, of the consequences of being romantic, and the consequences are always bigger than the benefits. See, um, it's when people have became romantic in this country, they lost all sight of all the things that really matter in relationships.
yeah.
So when it comes down to buying a ring, once more, a diamond ring that is used to venerate a Roman goddess, then people have to understand, okay, this has nothing to do with my love for her.
Hmm.
This has nothing to do with her love for me. I'm still trying to figure out if she actually does have any love for me. You know,
Yeah,
it,
that part.
man, and you in the beginning, by trying to be romantic, a lot of men think that a lot of this is being done for them. But when they're coming out of pocket, when they're walking down the aisle, when they're saying these vows to this young lady, they start realizing reality hits. Dang, this is all just for her.
Mm.
And most
Ooh.
men don't even wake up on that note until they get divorced.
Mm. Oh my god. Hey, speaking of like which, like it's about to be a lot of people a lot of men who's disappointed, who goes all out. Here's another reaction video to kind of look at right now when Valentine's Day doesn't go as planned. Man is hurting after putting all his effort into Valentine. Check this video
Oh
out.
man,
Come on, advertisement.
they get their free advertisement in.
Hold on, I got to turn off the music. Don't want to get hit with the music.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they hit us with that music copyright. So, so it looks like it appears a young man. He bought teddy bears, rose. Oh, hold on, doggone free advertisement. I'll play it back one more time. I'll play it back one more time. So here we go. So he bought teddy bears. It looks like his brother is making fun of him. He got the rose petals, and she just didn't show up. Balloons.
man, man.
Yeah, and so he's in bed
Brothers
along with
rolling,
the he's in bed along with the teddy bear.
man. That's all bad.
That's bad,
That's
brother.
horrible.
Oh man, brother, have you ever had that experience as a young man? You put your all into Valentine's Day and came up short.
Oh yeah, yeah. My road to the red pill has been long.
Yeah.
It's been a long road to the red pill, but I found a way.
All right, let me
I
tell you,
could,
brother. There's no line in therapy. And shout out to Black Ram three one
man.
three for that saying. Um, I have definitely spent my little coins on Valentine's Day just to be
Oh yeah,
disappointed.
oh
So
yeah.
yeah. that is a hurt feeling, brother.
Yeah.
Definitely a hurt feeling, and this is our message out to a lot of brothers out there. Be careful. Be careful who you spending your money on. So this is this part of the show, the episode. We always bring out the wisdom of God. Will this is a brand new thing we just started. It's where we spin the wheel, and either myself or Brother Augustus um, is tasked with the job of breaking down the episode using what the wheel lands on. So let's bring the wheel up. The wisdom of God will. All right, here we go. It's right here. And of course, those the topics we got on here, the categories we got on here, those dang liberals. When women feel the
Ooh.
bad boy, and that shout out
Oh,
to Brother Augustus for the
yes,
bad
sir.
boy. You make sure you check that out on in audio format.
Yes,
And
sir.
Think Possible, Be Possible is on there. That's my book, So the
Mm,
philosophy of the Think Possible, Be Possible is on there. And then we got biblical knowledge, conspiracy theory, from the library of Augustus V.
yes,
Try the
sir.
God Pill with Marcus, the Black Manosphere, and conservative concepts. All right, so let's give it a spin. You ready, brother?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Conservative concepts. That's a first.
Oh,
Okay. All right, brother.
all right. So, who got this one?
I don't remember who had it last week.
I had it last week.
Okay, so conservative concepts. Oh, this is very easy. When
Yeah.
we think about like the whole business aspect of this, the way to beat this as a man, like if you on the the man side of this especially, like set up a business. Like,
Yeah.
as a conservative, you set up a business, a small business, and profit from this. You find a way to profit. These suckers don't want to listen. Like let all these suckers spend all their money. So, it's just that simple. And I mean, and I guess the best, as a conservative too, having like believing in, you know, um, the whole tradition of family and family, like I guess this is the moment the where you can push the family agenda. You can like okay, well since y'all gonna be dating, going on you finally taking her out on a date. Well, why don't you use that same energy to continue to date her afterwards? Or since you allowing that man to date you, why don't you allow that man to continue to like court you, and so that it leads to something real. Don't let it be about like what he bought you, or where he took you. Okay, and so yeah, it should this day should lead to marriage, and not to like I get to brag to all my friends on social media about what he did for me, or what he or I get to cry on social media about what he didn't do to me, do for me, you know, and leave him crying. So that's the way I would look at it as from a conservative standpoint. Uh, as in true conservative fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, brother?
Well, I'll say, man, just as far as this country goes, there's nothing that I have more respect for than a man that lives his life according to conservative values. You know, and there's nothing more desirable to me than a good old fashioned conservative woman.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat that with a baseball bat. A good old fashioned conservative woman and teaming up with conservative value men. That's where, and really in this country is it's that's where all the alphas are coming from. That's where they're remaining is the conservatives and the omegas too. But either way, the end result is the same. You have a real man, and
Yeah.
when times are getting worse, sometimes it's just best to do what used to work because it's not
Right.
broke. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know.
Exactly.
So when times are getting worse, somebody's trying to fix something that ain't broke. They're trying to do something new. That's why I'm getting a little irritated whenever I hear people say, "Oh, we have this new thing, this new way to make money, this new way to date," and it's like, all right, well, what's wrong with the old stuff? You know, the old stuff works. It's been around for much longer than this new stuff, and we're not even sure if this new stuff works.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah. So yeah, conservative concepts, I'm all the way for it.
Yeah, man. Because at the end of the day, when some of the core principles of conservatism, individual freedom, limited government, the rule of law, peace through strength, fiscal responsibility. Ain't nobody being fiscal responsible right now, like by spending all their money on somebody who that's going to lead them tomorrow, like literally
Yeah.
leave them tomorrow. So if you try to spend all your money on some funky tuna, you would have been better off like taking $2 of that and going down on Center Street somewhere, um, or, or going to or going yeah, or going down to your local strip club. You get better customer service. So um, you got the free markets and human dignity. Have some dignity for yourself, man. A lot
Yeah.
of people don't have no dignity for themselves. And these women don't have no dignity for themselves because they're pretty much trying to sell themselves to the highest bidder. That's
Mm,
something my mom used to say all the time. Do not let these women make you the highest bidder. Because
mm,
that's all they're doing, trying to sell themselves to the highest bidder. And boy,
mm,
was she right. I see it. I see what you
man.
meant now. So um, yeah, man, this is where we at, and we got to do better as a race of people, um, as the human race, and as the more specifically the black race of people, because we get sucked in the most on these trends, on these crazy trends and things that don't even matter.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
so brother, and once again, thanks for those who joined us this far. Don't forget to hit that like button, that comment button, that share button, and brand new. If you're watching, you can hit that QR code, and you can either donate and help us donate to a nonprofit organization we're gonna donate to every week, or buy us some coffee. Okay, or you can do both. Hey, we don't care if it's $1. We'll split that dollar. Okay. All right, brother Augustus. Any last things you want to put on this?
Man, I just want to say at the end of the day, we get deep into the spiritual side of things, but at the end of the day, it's just a day. It's just a holiday. It's not like thunder's going to come out the sky and strike anybody if they, disobey God, or if they or if they disobey Zeus or whoever their god is, or whatever, or Eros or whatever. It's not that serious. It's just a day. But we do bring these things up because if the purpose behind the day, if the purpose behind the holiday isn't from God, chances are it's not going to contribute to our well-being. It's not going to contribute to our best interest. See, and that's why we bring these things up. That's why we're covering these things. That's why we're looking out for you guys and making sure that you don't get caught up in the fray, that you don't get caught up in the hypnotism or in the matrix. And the matrix, the system is there, but it's not there for us to be stuck in. It's there for us to wake up wake up from first and then go back to pull more people out of it. That's what
Right.
the matrix is there for us. So, understanding that Valentine's Day plays a big part in the matrix. All the brothers that we seen in these skits just now, or these vines just now.
Yeah, and we got one more bonus one for them too. So it's just
Uh-oh. Yeah, so
got one
it's
more bonus one.
yeah. So it's so all these things that we see is all a part of the system that's being played, that's not for our best interest at heart. It is just a day, but at the same time it's a day that plays in a big grand scheme of things, and that grand scheme and agenda is to keep you locked in the system, and we can't have that.
Yeah, and brother, that kind of answered the question about who this day is really for. It's about those controlling this system. Who's pushing
Yeah,
the agendas, who's controlling this, who's making you part of this whole system that's out to like just keep us controlled, keep us subjugated to like keeping them in power.
yeah.
So here's a bonus clip for everybody. This comes from like a rapper by the name of Tushi. This was uploaded about 2 years ago, but it's still very relevant. He says his ex cheated on him 13 times in a 2-year relationship, and he caught her in bed with another dude on Valentine's Day. So check this out.
I don't. I was young. I don't count that.
Even though you asked her out?
Nah, she asked me out
Okay. That means you're boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
for sure. Well, yeah, all right, for sure. Yeah, I go with that.
How did that relationship last for?
About 2 years, 2.5, maybe.
And why didn't it work out?
She cheated on me. She cheated on me like 13 times. Valentine's Day, caught her in the bed with a nigga. Shit, what else? Shit, she cheated on me a whole bunch of times.
A whole bunch of times, brother. Oh
Man,
my God.
we should have
To
started off with this one.
Yeah, we should have kicked it out with that one. Yeah, that. Oh man, that almost kicked off another conversation. Like
Man,
man, to the street she go back to. Talking about
wow.
did them dirty. Oh man, she did them dirty, did them nasty.
Man,
I'm surprised that brother ain't got HIV. My God.
man. We need to donate our we need to donate our donations to his psychologist, because they're doing a very good job.
Oh yeah, that's
Man.
terrible, brother. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
and he needs to sue his relationship coach.
Yeah. But that comes to show you that like status do not matter to some of these women. Status, how much money you got. If you're a rapper, you're a lawyer, you can be a firefighter, you can be a man in the wheelchair that can do the choo-choo train. It don't matter. Um, they will get you, brother. You got to be
Yeah,
careful out here. Um, so that's all. That's all we got. But like Brother Augustus said, we probably should have kicked it off with that one.
man.
I saved that one in the chamber. To give you guys something to think about. On today. So, but with that being said, um, again, make sure you do take time out to share, like, comment, hit the subscribe button on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is continuing to grow. We appreciate you guys for hitting us with the views over there, for supporting us over there. And Rumble, we haven't uploaded to Rumble in a minute, but like we will have some new content on Rumble. Support us over there on Rumble as well, and as well, follow us on Instagram at Godpale Wisdom, Godpale Wisdom on Instagram. And then, Brother Augustus, tell us about that Wisdom Library.
Yes, yes. I've unleashed the wisdom library from one site to the rest of the world. So my wisdom library is available anywhere that audiobooks are sold.
Indeed. And of course, if you haven't already, you're going through mental health, or you know somebody going through mental health, a real great gift to them today wouldn't be some roses. It would be to buy the Holistic Guide on Mental Health, along with the Wisdom Library. So the Holistic Guide on Mental Health, written by me, is available and Amazon. You can catch that book on Kindle or catch it in paperback version. So your efforts to support us in all that we do, to put out great content with you is highly appreciated. We like to continue to do this week after week after week, and as always, many blessings and love to you guys. We'll see you at the next episode. And those who pray for me during my surgery, thank you. I want to slide that in too. So that's all.